Hello guys, and welcome to episode 12 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as Integer on Rising Tide. And today, well, we are going to continue our war with the Franco-Iberians. I'm not going to say it's going to end in this episode because I've been saying that for ages now. What we are going to hopefully do is get Synthetic Thought finished. That will give us the affinity XP to get level 9 Supremacy, and then we can build these sabers. And sabers are awesome. They are super long range artillery units basically, so we can set them up a couple tiles behind our normal forces and still hit things. Also, we can set them up out of range of Gran Exito and other settlements and attack them in order to break their defenses. So that's probably what my plan's going to be. I am also going to purchase the tiles towards this fraxite here so that we get some extra fraxite in order to build those, and then we can have, I think, probably about 5 of them, I think, because they cost about 3 each. So 5 will cost us 15, and then I think we'll have a few fraxite left over. We might go for 6, I'm not too sure. But anyway, let's see what we have to do. I think most of the stuff was done for this turn. We do need to be careful about the Pol-Australians down here. They do have a lot of military units near my border, but for now we're just going to leave it as it is.
Le commerce fonctionne quand on comprend l'autre.
So she wants to give us Fidel. I'm going to say no for now. Fidel is this settlement here, which is actually in quite a nice position for us. But we're going to decline. And we're going to destroy more Franco-Iberian units in order to get our war score up further. So yeah, we just lost a unit there, but that doesn't matter too much. Looks like our Tenet is probably going to die. Oh, we might be able to get away with that. Definitely need to make a run for it, that's for sure. Doesn't look like we're going to get away. Now, somebody was saying in the comments that I should really start manually working my workers, but this will really make my turns last a lot longer. Honestly, in such a hard playthrough, I think it might actually be worth it. Anyway, we are going to get a plantation on that fiber tile. I think that's definitely a good idea. We're going to use the artillery to attack the Viper, and then we're going to finish it off with the Overseer, maybe? Actually, let's try and finish it off with this artillery. We'll use the Overseer to attack this Viper, along with this Viper, and we'll use the Needle Jet to take that out. Oh, never mind. It's already dead. So, that's going to increase our war score a little bit further. We are pretty close to having enough war score for Gran Exito. Prosperity is also the other one we could get our hands on, but that's probably here. Not as useful though as maybe Fidel. And Fidel is actually quite a good idea, I think, because I'm not sure if Fidel has access to that fraxite, or whether that is controlled by Gran Exito. I think we'll just wait for now. I think we can actually build up the war score to get Gran Exito under our command. Anyway, in the meantime, at Demut, we're going to get the auto plant, and in Vector, we're going to also get an auto plant, I think. Okay. I'm going to bombard these aliens, and I do want to get a military unit down to Vector in order to defend that. Right, let's get rid of this miasma, and I think I'm just going to put this on air intercept. My Arbiter is not in range to attack anything, so we're just going to put that onto alert. And I'm going to leave that fortified. Awesome. So we lost our disciple. We killed the intruders. Pan-Asians made peace with Australia. Trade unit destroyed, unfortunately. But maybe we could buy another one. Let's see. Where was that from anyway? Blauvold and Weltgeist and also Vactor don't have any trade convoys. So let's purchase some of those. We'll purchase one with energy in Vector. We'll purchase one with diplomatic capital in Weltgeist, and I think next turn we can do the same in Castellan. And our intrigue level in Weltgeist has increased to 1, so we are going to want to deal with that at some point. We don't want that to get too high. If we go into our covert ops, I might abort this guy going to Fidel and then assign him to Weltgeist so that we don't get too much intrigue in that settlement. Because I'm pretty sure the harder level AIs will actually use that against me. So Weltgeist is being attacked again. And it looks like those needle jets are going to get shot down. I'm surprised to see my aircraft aren't intercepting. Either way, it's perfectly fine that they are doing that because it's just giving me more war score as the needle jets die. And my tenet was destroyed. Unfortunate, but not much I could do about that. Right, let's establish these trade routes. I think we're actually going to trade with Entwicklung, because that will help it grow faster. I do need to build a Zena nursery at some point, but I also need to research that before I can, because that will complete a quest, I think. Somebody suggested that in the comments. We've got to mine more meteorite craters. And, oh, Neuralab building, sorry. We need to build a Neuralab, not a Zena nursery. Can we build a Neuralab yet? I don't think we can. What technology do we need in order to do that? Neuralab cognition. So do we have cognition? I don't think we do. Oh, we do have cognition. Okay. It requires a workable improved source of Fraxite. That would be why. So we can only build it in Eintracht. So we will do that after this CNDR is finished. At Castellan, though, we'll work on an auto plant. And we have to move this stacked unit, the Prophet. And we're going to put that onto alert. Our artillery can actually move out of the settlement now. And we can put that into ranged attack stance. That can fortify, so can the Overseers. And the CNDR. This trade convoy, I'm thinking we'll trade internally with this one for now. And I'm probably not going to auto-renew it. So if we turn off the auto-renew and trade with Eintracht, then Eintracht will gain 3 production and Vector will gain 2 food and 1 production per turn, which is fine. Well worth having. And now we need to build a new trade convoy in Blauvold. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get these workers to do something useful. And I have noticed the workers have been just randomly moving around a lot rather than actually working tiles. And like, for instance, this fungus, you know, you could improve that to get the extra food. And yeah, the plantations cost money to or upkeep, I think. But at the same time, it's well worth it, I think. Like, actual resources is better than energy in most cases, basically. Oh wow, that is a lot of units. I think what we're going to do is start sending some of my units down to the bottom side here, or let's just say the majority of my units, because I do not trust Australia right now at all. And we're going to keep this trade route internal as well. So let's set it up between Veldgeist and Blauwald. Yeah, that will do. So we're going to clear the miasma on this tile and work that. My artilleries can stay where they are, I think. Unless I need to bring everything I've got down. I think I will for now. And then I will produce more military forces up at Veldgeist. So let's clear the miasma there. And at Veldgeist we will work on a disciple. Oh, I probably should have used my Arbiter to attack this Viper. But we do have some air engagements happening there. Oh, okay, never mind. The Viper moved onto the water. That means it's a one-shot kill, which is wonderful. Obviously, I need to be careful not to expose myself too much to the Franco-Iberians. But there we go. Right, let's construct the farm here, if it tells me to. Why not? I think that's a good plan. Some extra food. Now at Eintracht we are going to build the Neuralab in order to complete that quest, and this CNDR can actually head to Castellan. This Prophet can head to Veldgeist, and then what I'm going to do at Weisheit is build another disciple. So now what I'm going to do is clear the miasma there. We're going to take out this Ripper, and we're going to next turn it. Let's keep that disciple on the move. And the artillery the same. It's quite good that we have these roads built. And we're going to get this Arbiter to destroy the Viper. Perfect.
Que veux-tu, espèce de malotru?
So we're on 720 war score that we can use. Nearly there for Gran Exito. Not sure if we're going to be able to do it this time round, as in this episode, but we'll have to wait and see. So another air interception going on there, and same thing happening from Veldgeist. So needle jets more or less hurting each other equally, although mine heal up every turn because of my Xenomaths bathhouses. And I think those are really, really strong. Those Xenomaths bathhouses. Definitely a good choice of investment. Right, we need to get all these troops up. It looks like they are starting to sort of surround me, which is not very good at all. At Blauwald, I might actually invest in a Arbiter to get some ranged capability out of the water here. That would be very useful. The only trouble is it will take a long time. Now what I'm also going to do, I think I might buy a spy satellite, just so that I can keep an eye on all of this troop movement. But for now, we'll just put my Arbiter back onto alert, and I think the CNDR definitely needs to accompany my other forces down near Vector. Yeah. This is not looking good at all. I am literally waiting for the declaration of war. That is horrible. Look how many units there are. Yeah, they're pretty weak, but it's less than ideal. I do need to invest in more Air Force, I think. Some more needle jets. I could probably get 2 in every settlement and still be absolutely fine for energy. So that's probably worth doing. The CNDR really can't move anywhere useful, so we're just going to leave it where it is for this turn. And we'll move on to the next one. Now I'm thinking, because we're only 1 XP from getting our next Supremacy level, we might go 2 Supremacy levels with the synthetic thought technology.
智慧和财富是最好的分享物。
We're going to give her this, I think. Yep, that's absolutely fine. And I think everything's alright for now. Just want to get these overseers towards Vector, and I also need to get some melee units amongst them. At the moment it's a right cluster. It's really quite bad. We'll put that guy onto air intercept, and I'm probably going to set that up for a ranged attack, although it will probably die if it gets attacked anyway. So we're going to build a plantation on that fruit, and I am going to still leave some of my workers to automate, but the majority of them I think we'll control, I think. We'll see. Anyway, don't want to make things too tedious throughout this campaign. I am quite enjoying myself at the moment. There are some aliens up here, an alien wolf beetle. Maybe I need to go take that out. Maybe an alien nest has popped up around here somewhere that I haven't discovered, and if it has, then we can get rid of that and maybe find an artifact, so that might be worth going to search for, especially if there aren't any military units mobilizing towards Castellan or Weltgeist from Franco-Iberia just yet. Okay, so let's move on to the next turn, and I am probably going to start building more needle jets after I've completed my disciples. This Viper, very close to Castellan. Probably will bring this Prophet back to help defend that. Although, if I'm not careful, Entwicklung will actually be taken out by aliens. What I can do in order to counteract that is send my Arbiter over there, and then I can send my Prophet down to deal with the Viper, which I'm going to attack with Castellan this turn. Let's maybe send back this artillery to help take care of that. This worker can work on the Resolin. And I think what I'm going to do is switch these around. And maybe I'm going to put my CNDR there to stop the Polystralians heading any further into my territory. Might be worth preemptively attacking them as well, but I'm not so sure about doing that. So we can afford pretty much anything. Can we afford an arbiter? No. 360 diplomatic capital is needed. I think we'll just continue to build that for 10 turns. And I'm instead going to spend the diplomatic capital on a needle jet in that settlement. I can also purchase one with energy maybe. Nah, quite a lot more energy needed in order to do that. So we won't worry about that for now. Okay. The other thing we need to do is get our traits up. If I look at my personality traits, if I get the level 3 in this progressive, then I will gain a lot of extra health. Especially if I set up a lot of diplomatic agreements. We currently have 4. Let's see if we can get a 5th, maybe. It's only going to cost me 4 per turn to get either one of these. I'm thinking the production would be useful.
Hola, how can
Let's
I
see
help
what
you?
the American Reclamation Corporation can offer us. We could get smart grid from them. Or maybe even the covert operations are 25% faster to complete would just be useful in general. I'm not entirely sure. I think we're just going to leave it for now until maybe I upgrade that trait a little more, basically. So let's get this plantation built. It removes 1 production and gives us 2 food if I do that. If I build a generator, we will get +2 energy and +1 food from the tile. Honestly, the extra food I think is more worth it, isn't it? Let's instead work on the chitin for now to get the extra production from that. See, this is why I don't particularly like manually working with my workers, because I don't entirely understand the benefits of changing up some of the tiles. Because basically what's going to happen here is if I improve this chitin, I'm pretty sure that this will just cancel out whatever this is doing. So we'll take 1 production from this fungus tile and we'll add 1 production to the chitin tiles, and it's just going to counteract itself, so changing either is pointless. Anyway, let's tell that to do nothing, I think. There isn't really much I can do with the profit. Actually might move it down a tile. We'll get the overseer in the settlement and fortify it. And my disciple will fortify on that tile. And a civilian was captured. So my worker taken over by the Franco-Iberian Viper. That shouldn't be too much of an issue, because I can probably destroy that Viper this turn and take my worker back. See, that's the other thing I don't particularly think about when I'm manually moving my workers. That was my fault really, wasn't it? Right, we'll attack with the settlement. I'll just fortify that CNDR. My needle jet can attack the Viper, so can this one, and we can take that out with our profit. Okay, let's use Blauwuld to attack the Ripper, and I'm going to get that artillery near the coast actually and set it up for a ranged attack. We're going to fortify the Overseer and the CNDR. I'm going to move that profit onto a hill tile and tell it to do nothing. We will send this disciple down to Castellan. I'm going to talk to the Franco-Iberians, see if we have enough war score. Getting there. Although Grand Exeter gone up in war score cost again. How annoying is that? maybe instead we could get a technology and a settlement, although that would be 900. Yeah, I think we're just gonna let the war keep going. And we're going to work on a paddock to get that resin. At Wildgeist, I think working on a holosuite would be worth it, maybe. Although I'm thinking possibly more expansion is what we need right now, so let's pop out a couple colonists. We'll get a few of them, I think. In Demut, we'll work on an arbiter. That will definitely help defend that settlement if we need to. Blow the crap out of that alien. And we'll get the artillery to fortify in Castellan again. I'm actually just glad that Brasilia isn't attacking me. And I think Australia is kind of killing themselves at the moment with all the miasma. Anyway, at Vector, we're going to probably have to work on a repair facility. I think getting this extra production for land and military units is definitely worth it for a settlement that's so close to the front line. The other thing we could look at doing is attacking this settlement owned by Brasilia. Maybe if we start moving these forces that I've brought down over in that direction, we might be able to take that over. Only trouble is it might leave me undefended against Australia if they decide to declare war. Currently there hasn't been any mood change with them, so we don't particularly have to worry. But it could get ugly, I guess. And I might rebase one to Vector. We'll get this needle jet to go on to air intercept again, and the Prophet to heal up. We're going to set up a paddock on that chitin tile. And I'm just going to fortify that disciple. For our personality trait, I need 210 to upgrade that, so next turn I'll do that as well. And that should give us, I think, an extra 4 health because we have 4 agreements. So we'll move on to the next turn for now. A couple of Franco-Iberian trade convoys there that we could destroy. Another air engagement with the enemy needle jets. And then after I built all these colonists, I'm probably going to get a few workers built, I think. Let's go have a look at what's defending Ascencio, or however you pronounce that. It's probably Ascencio or something like that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, my pronunciation is not very good, as many of you will probably have noticed. Either way, let's go ahead and get this colonist somewhere useful. So probably up here, I'm thinking. If we go to the yield icons, probably on this tile. The tile itself isn't very good immediately, but if we expand to the chitin, the coral, and the fruit, then we actually get quite a few decent bonuses. The other place we could go is up here. And that's possibly another good choice, but I don't want to get too far away from my other 2 settlements. I kind of want to fill the gap here. Maybe a sea settlement would be worth it. We'll go up in that direction for now. I think heading up here is also a good idea. It might annoy the Americans though. And this trade convoy from Weltgeist. What was that originally trading with? I have no idea. Either way, we need to choose a new trade route for it. And I think we're going to go to Entwicklung with it. So we get the extra for production for food. But either way, guys, that has unfortunately been my time. So, things looking on the edge at the moment, especially with the Pol-Australians. I think we'll be able to defend against them just like we did with the Franco-Iberians, but we're still waiting for the Franco-Iberians to peace out as well. And it's really annoying that Gran Exito is costing so much war score in order to basically take from them. So I think what we're just going to do, wait till this synthetic thought is finished, get some sabers and just absolutely wipe out the Franco-Iberians. But in the meantime, guys, that's it. So I'm going to leave it there. We can choose our productions in the next episode. But for now, that's all. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.